Here is the first look at the all-new 2024 F-150 refresh. More and more spy photos have been popping up because these trucks have been doing a lot of their on-road testing. Now, let's talk about some of the changes we can see and speculate for multiple trim levels. Now, the first thing that stands out to me is what is staying the same. All the body panels look to be staying almost identical, if not identical, to the 2021 to 2023 models. The things that seem to be changing are the things that are covered up here, like the headlights, taillights, and tailgate. Something that is definitely changing with this refresh is going to be those headlights as well as the grille, making all three kind of one unison unit instead of three different pieces. This reminds me a little bit of how the trucks used to be back in like 2015 when the headlights integrated with the grille, and seems like they're doing something similar to that now. The grille also, for some reason, looks a bit smaller to me, a bit more sleek, and that could be because that trim is going all the way around the headlight. The trim doesn't seem to do that on every leaked photo that we have, so I'm not sure if this is a higher model or a lower model feature of the new trucks, if it will be more of an XL thing or more of like a Lariat Platinum type of deal. But judging because of how the Raptor looks and how the Raptor doesn't quite have this, if you haven't checked that video out, please go check it out. I'm guessing the higher end models won't have that plastic trim around the headlight. Speaking of the headlights, we have a much more detailed picture here now. I'm willing to guess this is a higher model trim because of the LED signature and the chrome inside of the headlights. The grille is also completely different than the one that we just saw and different than anything we currently have. Now, usually I don't like to share my opinion on things because things tend to grow on me, but in this case, I think these headlights look absolutely horrible. The chrome on the inside reminds me a little bit of how the 2010s Chevys used to look. I don't like how it matches up with the grille, but again, things tend to grow on me and nothing is final yet. I was really expecting a bumper change, maybe a smaller, sleeker bumper similar to what they're doing on the new Raptors and Raptor R's, just because it is something easy for them. It's a completely different part, separate from the entire body, and something they can slap on to really change the look of these trucks and really get people to go out and buy them and give it that quote-unquote new look. And realistically, they probably aren't going to do it because a lot of this is the wind resistant testing and the gas mileage testing that they're doing, and that is why they're driving them around. If they were going to change the bumper, we'd probably already see it by now. Now, for the interior, they have spotted the 12-inch vertical display, the same one that we do see in the Lightning. I personally do not like this screen very much at all. I do not like to have to navigate through a whole interface just to get to my heated seats or to my heated steering wheel or my air conditioning in general. I like hard physical buttons I can quickly push and get what I want rolling right away. Now, it does look fancy, I'll give them that, but in practice, I do not think it works very well. I think this is probably going to be on the higher trims like the Platinum and King Ranch, because I don't see them getting rid of the brand new display they just created for the F-150 platform. I also see them keeping the 6-inch display on the lower trims like the XLs and XLTs, just because it's a cheaper option and it's going to motivate people to upgrade their packages. This is the current Sync 4 system with this screen layout. I actually really like this screen over the vertical screen myself. It just seems to fit better. The way it looks, the layout for it, and it allows for all the hard buttons down here, which I really like to have, especially because sometimes the screens can be slow on random days. Sometimes they're super fast, but I don't want to click through a bunch of stuff just to get to my air or my seats or whatever it may be. But now, especially with Apple CarPlay going across the full screen, I don't know, this is like the best setup I can think of. I hate those little skinny screens that go all the way to your passenger side. Like, no, I need it right here so I can just easily reach over, tap whatever I need to tap, do whatever I need to do. I think this is a great setup. Now, to see it change in the future and to be more like the Lightning or the Mach-E or the Explorer, that would kind of suck, especially if they put it on the higher models. I don't mind it if it's like a, you know, an option for XLT trims or, I don't know, something like that to replace the small screen. That way you'll have this screen and then the long one. I'm totally cool with that, to replace the 6-inch screen. But this 12-inch, I just think it's the best option we got. Now, here's the same truck from earlier. It looks like it's driving on the freeway. You can see those kind of odd looking headlights and grille once again, but also you get to see the taillights. The taillights do look almost identical to the Raptor taillights on the new 2024 Raptor Raptors. So Ford's obviously going a direction with their taillights, and they're doing it in unison. I'm guessing for different trim models, it's probably going to be the difference between LEDs and if certain areas of the headlights are going to be black or chrome. That is always kind of the differential on different trim levels. Now, because this truck is driving, I want to talk about powertrains. What powertrains are we to expect? Well, I can guarantee that we're going to get the 3.5 once again, as well as the Power Boost, because that is the current push going forward. Now, the Power Boost is an amazing powertrain, and I definitely think it's the future of the F-150 platform. Now, a lot of people thought that we were going to lose the Coyote V8. I definitely don't think it's going anywhere, especially with the Raptor R coming out and with Ford now offering that supercharger system that you could put on right there at the dealership. I don't think that Coyote's going anywhere. Rumored to be coming soon is a 2.7 liter Power Boost, which definitely would be interesting because it would give that engine a more premium horsepower and torque numbers, as well as better EPA rating. Now let's talk about the fun part. What do I want to see on the new trucks? What do I want to see be a part of this refresh? Well, about a year ago, we saw Ford release a couple of patent photos for a barn door looking tailgate. It's pretty cool. I think it's super functional, opens both ways. Ram has something very similar, but I'd definitely love to see that on the new F-150s, at least as an option. Doesn't have to be standard. Honestly, I'm not too sure what to expect with the photos that we currently have. I am not very excited with this refresh. Nothing is calling out to me in any sort of way, and we know that with refreshes, there's never really any increase on powertrains at all. So we know that we're not going to get a 500 horsepower Coyote on this refresh. Stuff like that probably won't come for another 3 years. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the new F-150 refreshes. Let me know what you want to see happen. Let me know what you don't want to see happen. I'm very curious to see what the community has to say. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.